Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Let's talk about featherweights, because this division has crept up on us, I think, in terms of quality of the champions, quality of the potential matchups, and especially quality of the unifications. And it's very difficult with these four guys to say who is definitely or who you would expect would be the last man standing. I think this is a very exciting division, and it's been overlooked somewhat in probably recent times, Now, there are four champions. They've all got a belt each, obviously. There's got to be some unifications here. Come on, I mean, those unifications are too good to pass up. WBA champ, for us Brits, we'll know this guy, Nick Ball, of course. Terrific fighter. Won his belt off Ray Ford. Had a very controversial draw earlier in his career against, who was the champion he drew with? I can't remember the name now. My mind's gone blank. Anyway, we know about Nick Ball. Has talked about facing Naoya Inoue if Inoue moves up from super bantamweight to featherweight. That's obviously a big money fight. If Ball was to go to Japan, I mean, there'd be some serious money on offer there. But I think Frank Warren, who promotes Ball, wants to drag Inoue over here. Okay, fair enough. But Nick Ball, kind of an aberration really for a featherweight, because he's only about 5'2", 5'3", which is very short for the weight. But an absolute wrecking ball. I don't know, what's his nickname? Wrecking Ball or Fireball or something like that. Either of those would do. Just a very, very good, very tough, entertaining fighter. A little buzzsaw. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a featherweight version of Dwight Mohammed Cowie, because they're very short and squat and short for the weight, but throws these enormous hooks and doesn't leave you alone, to use Alexander Usyk's phrase. There's Nick Ball, a WBA champ. WBC is Stephen Fulton, who's come back quite well since being knocked out by Inoue down at super bantam. That was Inoue's first fight at super bantam, and he lost his WBC and WBO belts. He then came back with something of an unconvincing split decision 10-rounder over Carlos Castro, who came in with a 30-2 record. And a lot of people picked Castro to win. I did, actually. Well, he almost pulled it off, because he had Fulton down in the fifth round, and Fulton managed to eke out a split decision. I mean, a really wafer-thin decision. The cards were close and everything. But I was thinking he's damaged goods. And then he fought Brandon Figueroa in a rematch and picked up the WBC World Featherweight title. And Figueroa was, again, I thought Figueroa might pull off the upset, but at 30 years of age, Fulton has proved that he's still got something left, because he did well against Figueroa, who, to be honest, was disappointing. And he won 116, 112, 117, 111, that sort of fight, which sounded fair to me. So suddenly he's found himself as the WBC champ, Stephen Fulton, and has only got that one defeat on his record to Inoue. So, okay, that's good. Then we've got Angelo Leo, who defended his title against Tomokai Kameda earlier in the week. A split decision, wasn't it? Kameda gave everything, but I thought Leo deserved the win. Was it unanimous or was it split? I can't remember. It might have been. I think it's unanimous. No, it was unanimous. Yeah, it was unanimous. And Leo, of course, won his title against Luis Alberto Lopez with a stunning knockout. This is the IBF champion, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, he won the title against Luis Alberto Lopez with a incredible knockout. I mean, it was just a one punch, lights out sort of thing. So he's never been, higher than he is now. I mean, his confidence is through the roof. Won the belt in America. Then, was it America or Mexico? I want to say America, but I could be wrong. Went over to Japan, defended it for the first time against a very viable opponent. Yeah, he's looking good, Angelo Leo. And then you've got the polar opposite of Nick Ball, who's 5'2", 5'3", where you've got 6'1" Rafael Espinoza. I want to see Espinoza and Ball in unification, just because I want to see two guys, and the opponent is near as damn it a foot taller, at least 10 inches taller. I just want to see this freakish matchup, because Espinoza won his title from Robeisy Ramirez, has defended it. He stopped Ramirez in the rematch. Ramirez essentially quit when he had something. There was an eye damage, I think, and he quit sort of early in one of the rounds. But he's looking good. I mean, the WBO champ is Espinoza. He's looking very, very powerful, very good, and really seems to have grown into the role of champion, because he was on the floor in the first fight against Ramirez, got up and then floored Ramirez in the last round of that incredible fight. I mean, if you haven't seen Robeisy Ramirez against Rafael Espinoza, the first fight, go and have a look, because it's brilliant. One of the fights of the year, certainly. But Espinoza now looks the part. He looks deadly, like he's suddenly the confidence is oozing out of him. So those are the four champs. And I've already said Ball against Espinoza. I want to see that because of the ridiculous height difference. If there was a weak link amongst the four, people would probably pick Fulton because he was knocked out by Inoue, but there's no shame in that. But he was floored in his first fight after that. Ball can be hit, has a good chin, certainly, but is a handful, an absolute handful. Leo's looked good. He's never looked better, in fact. I mean, this round robin of the champions is enough to get, the old blood pumping. But then there are other people waiting in the wings, like Bruce Carrington, I think, is on the radar. Kolmatov's still in the mix. Figueroa, I suppose you could say, could be recycled again. Lewis Neary has moved up from super-bantam to feather. He's still got a big punch. Liam Davies, if you want a UK guy, throw a UK guy in the mix, Liam Davies. Joet Gonzalez is another one. I mean, the featherweights are looking good. Who else can we pick? I don't know. I mean, who did we have? That was a featherweight fight recently, wasn't it? I can't remember. It was Lee McGregor and who was it? Oh God, this was only last weekend. But this is an impressive division. So let me know, who do you want to see? What matchups do you want to see? Because I think there's whichever two champs you put together, you're going to get a good fight. At least get it on paper anyway. But as we know, sometimes fights can disappoint, but I don't think so. I think featherweight is a very, very deep division. Good champions, some decent contenders, but let's get a last man standing. We all love the unifications. We all love the undisputed title. And if I was a promoter, I'd be looking to, or several promoters, I'd be looking to get together to have some sort of, semi-final and then a final. Let's see it happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, leave your comments below, leave your opinions below. And if you like the video, hit the like button. And also, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be great. That helps us out a great deal. And I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Thank you very much as always, and bye for now.